Thank you. Thank you. If we all took our clothes off right now, please don't, imagine what you would see. Wrinkles, cellulite, big bums, small bums, scars, stretch marks, veins, smooth skin, six packs, saggy bits, hairy bits. It's all here in this room, hidden under a few bits of cloth. Society teaches us beauty standards that most of us can't achieve. We're surrounded by images that remind us how we should look. As time passes, we age, inevitably moving further away from that ideal. So, here we all are, looking like we do, feeling like we do, falling spectacularly short of the prevailing beauty standard. Let's take hair, for example. The global hair removal industry is worth over $4 billion US. Just Google hair removal slogans to see the creative talent they use to teach us where it is and isn't okay to be hairy. The more they can convince us to shave off, the more products and procedures we buy, and the worse we feel about ourselves if we're too busy, poor, sick, tired, or naturally hairy to keep it up. I'm glad to have the choice to shave or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I like to grow it. But it takes a very confident teenage girl to sport facial hair or unshaved armpits. Luckily, there are crusaders out there showing up as nature intended. And if you're watching, I salute you. We pay a high price for the critical way we judge bodies. We wear tight tummy control pants. We bully ourselves with negative self-talk. We bully each other in ways that hurt us long after we've left the playground or workplace. We inject stuff to remove wrinkles. We consume unfilling diet food and then comfort-eat junk. Disordered eating, cosmetic surgery. We spend a fortune on creams to even out or change skin tone. We spend hours on grooming instead of having a bit more sleep, exercise or fun. Many of us, and I count myself in this group, just hold an underlying feeling of shame that we look a bit below par naked. We don't just judge ourselves. We dish it out, sugar-coated to those we love. Your new haircut makes you look younger. Looking old is bad. You look great. Have you lost weight? Fat is bad. We reject loving relationships, missing out on long-term happiness because of body image. While we're judging, I guarantee I'd love to draw you exactly as you are. I'm here to offer a different way to look at bodies, the way that artists and life models do it, up and down the country, every day, in person and online. I often draw naked people. For practice and fun, I go to local life drawing groups where lots of artists sketch a nude model. The atmosphere in a life drawing group is friendly and respectful. Usually about 20 people with sketch pads, totally relaxed with the unclothed model, who is totally at ease being unclothed in their midst. The most popular models who get booked again and again can express relatable feelings with their bodies. They can arrange themselves to slump and sag, giving a convincing impression of relaxation. Bulges and folds help the artist convey an absence of tension. The life model can stretch upwards with exuberance, feet planted firmly, armpit and pubic hair forming a glorious natural triangle, body hair that is often airbrushed or shaved away. Distinctive features, whatever they are an artist's dream. Customers come to my studio to be painted as a really brave attempt to tackle their body confidence issues. They arrive full of shame, the critical words of parents, friends and lovers ringing in their ears, convinced they look unacceptable. Time and again, I watch the transformation that happens when someone models for this reason. As well as the adrenaline rush of overcoming a challenge, they experience the healing effect of being properly seen. They feel what it's like to be stared at with appreciation. Not just a sideways glance, lots of really good staring, because you can't draw someone if you don't really look at them. So, let's imagine, for the sake of argument, that it's you modelling in my studio. From what I've seen, the first bit is the challenge, taking a deep breath and disrobing. It's okay to be nervous. I'm nervous too. I'm nervous that I won't be able to capture your likeness or do you justice. To help us over this hurdle, we simply chat, and I sketch while you try out different positions. When you're ready and comfortable in your chosen pose, I start putting brush to canvas. As we continue chatting, I look, paint, look, paint, and you hold the pose. After a while, the chat slows and we settle into companionable silence. Your shoulders subtly drop, the relief that it's okay. Meanwhile, back at the easel, first I look for the gesture of your pose. Things like the curve of your spine, the energy, the weight distribution. I look for the envelope of the shape you're making, the top, bottom and side markers. These allow me to place you properly on the canvas with space around the edges and absolutely nothing cropped off. Talking of things that get cropped off, areas of hair make great landmarks when I'm mapping out the figure. I look for signs of your underlying structure, like your rib cage and the ball of your cranium. I use your head length as a measure to compare with other parts. I squint at you to reduce the detail and see the simple shapes of light and shadow. Magic happens when shadows fall onto flesh. Shadows travel in and out of folds of skin. I can use the shape of a cast shadow to describe the shape and texture of what it falls onto. Pads of fat that spread as your thighs meet the chair are great for showing your solidity. They ground the figure and stop it floating. I can show stretch by drawing the folds of skin on the opposite side. Finally, the icing on the cake, texture, moles, hair, scars, wrinkles. Moles and scars personalise the drawing to look like you. Wrinkles and cellulite create a sense of living, breathing flesh. My top tip for drawing texture is especially visible on the boundary between light and shadow, where form is gently curved. Those curves, folds and texture, they reflect your humanity, your unique physical presence. Without them, I might as well draw a shop mannequin. So, here's the crux. Humans have a load of global issues and our daily lives are full of challenge. We need all the help we can get, and body hating is holding us back. There's no quick fix to undo a lifetime of conditioning and habit, but here are some things that might help. When you look at yourself in the mirror or check out someone else's body, imagine how you would draw what you see. Look for the envelope of the shape. Look for cool shadow shapes. Move around and see what different angles you can make with your shoulders and hips. What is the most relaxed position that you can find? How about a powerful pose? Look at how light catches on areas of texture, especially where form is curved from shadow into light. Think about what makes your body look like your body. Relish your deviation from those boring, impossible standards. Let your wrinkles speak to you of laughter and lived experience. If you're hungry for more, try a life drawing group. You will find a friendly community of supportive artists, including beginners, and life models of every age, colour, shape and size, living this truth together. It's my life journey, painting and drawing from the figure. But you don't have to draw to see like an artist. Your body is a work of art exactly as it is. Thank you.